Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. It's Brother Yakov, GMS Arkansas. This is Stop and Listen. We're going to come with a short lesson, real short, because the vibration, the spirit out there is showing us, man, we're coming into trying times, man. You know, the salvation of the elect of Israel is right here. It's at hand. Now our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. Romans the 13th chapter. So when you read Revelations 12 chapter, Esau knows he's in charge of this particular planet right now. In this eon, he knows that he has a short time. So Esau is getting ready to bring out all manner of torture on the Israelites, man, because he don't want to give his kingdom up, just readily give it up. You know, that's just like somebody coming to your house trying to take over. You're not going to let them do it. So Esau is really, in this particular time, he's getting ready to basically bring a lot of insurrections on the Israelites, man. Okay, brother had posted somewhere, I don't know if it's in Georgia, but a police truck had a guillotine on the back with the razor on it and everything. So it's letting you know persecution is coming. So we have to be, you know, circumspect, keep being sober, you know, vigilant, pursuing 1 Peter, the 5th chapter, around 8th verse, okay? You know, and the main thing is these times are coming are more trying than any time from the beginning. And I read that right here in Daniel's 12th chapter. I read that. Just start right there. It says Daniel's 12:1, and at that time Michael stand up. Michael, the archangel, Michael, right? It says the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. So he's going to stand for the elect of the Israelites, okay? It says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, okay? And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one of them that shall be found written in the book. And those people are the elect, okay, of the nation of Israel. The Lord put his name on the Israelites, okay? You know, and the elect men, you see, have been waking up for years. Now they're out preaching and warning the people and warning, trying to wake the elect up, and they're warning the other nations and the people of what their condemnations, and they're pushing out the salvation for the elect, okay? So these times, it says never was a nation. We're reading the scriptures, man. The scriptures, they plainly paint a vivid picture of the different rulerships that were here, the rulers and how they ruled, and the harsh ways that they treated the Israelites. It shows you straightforward, okay? So it says a time of trouble that never was since there was a nation. Man, I mean, you could go into the Maccabees and, man, you could read in it their harsh treatments towards the Israelites, okay? Now, it says never was since a nation. So we in this particular time, man, it's going to be where, man, all our hell is Jacob's trouble, man. You know, Jeremiah 30. It's going to be a serious time that it's going to be worse than anything you could ever imagine. Because, man, Esau has been ruling since the 1400s, 1300s. He's not going to give his kingdom up like that, man. You know, it has to be something on high. It has to be the Lord of the heavens, man. Yahweh Shai has to come back and destroy this man, because this man's blessing was what? The sword. So there's no particular man on the planet that just can take down the Edomites, man. Okay? So saying that, we have to sound like somebody was coming in the house. You have to have your faith, man. Your faith has to be built up, and it has to be of the utmost at that time, because, hey, faith is what's going to get you through. You know, the Lord gave the Israelites these laws, these statutes, and these commandments. But guess what? The laws are not going to get you to the kingdom of heaven. This faith, man, is what's going to get you there. So I just want to read Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay? So faith is the substance, man, of things hoped for. Matter of fact, so I can sound like I heard somebody come in the house, man. Shit, all kind of shit going on, man. Heard the door open. Hey, man, it's a fight we in, you know. Gotta be watching everything, man. It's a perverse spirit out here in this planet right now. Now I'm gonna go into I'm gonna look that word up. I'm gonna go to Hebrews 11 in the blue letter in the Strong's. Okay. Now it says, now faith, it's pistis, the conviction of truth of anything or belief. Conviction or belief, right? Respecting man's relationship to the Most High and divine things generally include the idea of trust and a holy fervent, fervent born of faith and joined with a conviction that the Most High exists and a creator, ruler of all things. Okay, it's believing, right? Basically, when you go into it, is believing in something that you have not seen. Okay. Now, is faith is a substance. A substance is a what? A structure or a foundation, right? Our foundation is what in the scriptures, okay? It's in this holy word, right? Because when we read it, this was build our belief in the Lord, okay? It's reading these scriptures, okay? Things hoped for. Hope for is something you trust in, since to wait for salvation with joy and full confidence. To expect, okay, that's what we hope. The evidence, the proof that by which a thing is proved or tested or conviction. Okay, so when we read the scriptures, you read in the history of the scriptures, because the things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. Okay, Romans the 15th chapter. So when you read these scriptures, right? When you read, because the Lord came in the volume of the book, Psalms 40. You read these scriptures, you read these stories. These stories, a lot of times, it's what you call prophecy, right? To say before, and then things were said, and then they happened later. So that lets you know that the testing and the conviction of the scriptures is true. Okay, the evidence this is the evidence. So you have prophecies that are in the scriptures that talk about things that are to come that we haven't even seen yet, right? And that's the difference when you have people that some people are going to believe in that, then some people are going to act like it's just a fairy tale. Okay, they're not going to believe in it. Okay, that's the separation of the men of the Lord and the elect, because they're going to believe. That's a conviction that they've already read, which was given to them from the foundations. It was given to them before they even came here. So when they come here, they're going to read this and they're going to believe. Okay, if you're not part of that chosen from the foundations, when you read in Ephesians, the 1st chapter, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th verse, if you're not a part of that, then you're not going to believe. That's why the Lord said the slain of the Lord in Isaiah 66 and 15 are going to be many. A lot of our people have to die, man. You know, because they don't believe, man. They walk around and they just live their life, breathing air and following the ways of the society that they're under. Okay? There's no conviction in their life of this truth. Okay? So when you reread that, we looked up the words. Okay? When we read the scripture again, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So have we seen the kingdom of heaven? No. This is what we hope for. This is the expectation that we have of salvation. Okay? It's that confidence that we have in something actually happening, man. Okay? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It gives us an assurance of things we cannot see. Okay? That's just like you have faith. The time we're in now. This is basically a demonic time in the world right now, because they're coming up on the worship of Nimrod, which they call it Christmas, right? You have your children, they have faith that they're going to receive a present on a particular day. Okay? You have adults have faith in their spouses giving them something that's called a gift on a certain day. So they have faith. They don't know what it is, but they have faith that someone is going to go out and present them with something that's going to make them smile and be happy for a day. Okay? We're presenting to you the truth. Okay? This is what we're trying to obtain, this truth to smile forever, not for no one day. Okay? And when you have faith and hope, they basically they go together. You know, the same thing that's the object of our hope. It's the object of our faith, man. Okay? It says now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It's basically like a persuasion or expectation that the Most High Yahweh gonna perform everything that He promised us. He promised us an eternal kingdom. He promised us what? Many children, the land. He promised us just spiritual power. He promised us what? Servants. So these things are He promised us, man. Okay? And He's not a man that He should lie. So we put our trust solely in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Let me go back one chapter. Let me pull it up just in case I gotta look a word up. Let's go back one chapter to chapter 10. Chapter 10, verse 22. And it says, let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith. Let us draw near. Okay? The only ones going to draw near are the elect, which were chosen from the foundations, man. Okay? They are the original substance when you look at it. It says, having our hearts sprinkled from our evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. And the water is what? The word. How do you let us draw near into to a true heart and full assurance of faith? You have to trust in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Because He said in Proverbs 30, all these words are true. So when you read these words, you have to really believe that these words are true in what He's saying. Okay? You have to solely trust. Okay? And it says, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience, man. Right? And we all were part of that, man. We had that evil conscience, man. You know, we were 2/3 at one time. You know, and Lord willing, we're those men. You know, not to say, you know, to be trying to brag, but we have to, you know, have that confidence and that hope. In that hope, you have confidence, man. You know, it's almost like a two-edged thing, man. You know, we not boasting, but damn, you gotta have confidence. You know, that confidence plays a big part. Let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from the evil conscience, and our bodies washed with the pure water, man. The pure water, the washing of the word. Okay. Let me get this one. Go back to Hebrews. Another one is in the second chapter. Okay. Hebrews 2 and let's see 3. And just in case I gotta find a word, let me go back to the second chapter in Hebrews, the 3rd verse, just in case I gotta look up a word. It says, how shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which are the first began to be spoken by the Lord Yahushua, and was confirmed unto us by them that heard Him. I'm gonna read that again. How shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation? Right? So you can't escape if you ignore the teachings and the gospel, the preachings of this great salvation, man. You see men on these streets, man, with these garments on, these young men too. They're remembering the Creator in their youth. You know, Ecclesiastes 12. You can't neglect that, man. Okay. Okay? You can't neglect it. Let me go into the word neglect. To be careless or to neglect, to be careless, to make right, to not regard. It says in Isaiah the 1st chapter, it says that, man. You know, our people have not considered. Okay? And it says, which at the first began to speak by the Lord Yahweh Shai. He spoke it first. That's why you see these words, man. And it says, and was confirmed unto us by them that heard him. It's confirmed. When you look up confirmed, to make established, to make sure, right? Metaphorically, to be sure or trusty, which is the origin. Babelios. Babelios is the word to be trusted. So it was the word was what? Gave it in trust to who? The men of the Lord. Okay? We're the ones who are believing. And we're confirming it. Our confirmation is in reading the scriptures and seeing different things that have happened in the scriptures, the prophecies that are playing out. Okay? This is that belief, man. And when we're out there pushing it out and telling you, okay? So you can't neglect it, because if you neglect it, it's going to be sure death unto you. Now I'm going to go to the 3rd chapter, because it's one in the 3rd chapter also. Beautiful dealing with this faith. Let me go to the 3rd chapter, just in case I got to look a word up. Because, hey, GMS, man, one thing I learned, hey, they've always taught words of everything, okay? It says, verse 14, it says, for we are made partakers of a Mashiach, if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast until the end. So it said we are made partakers, okay? A partaker is a sharer, right? A partner in an office, okay? An associate, a fellow. So we are made partners in a Mashiach if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast until the end. So we got to stay faithful until the end, trusting in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know, just as firmly as when we begin, because when you first come into the truth, it's exciting. You grab it, you grab hold to it, man, and it's all you are engulfed in. Everything is the Lord. You constantly excited about the Lord, man. Hey, you want to do more videos. Hey, you're reading more. You're looking at lessons, man. You're talking to brothers. You're excited. You're making garments. All this, man. It's like you're totally engulfed in it, man. You hitting it going 100 miles an hour. You know. Then when time lingers on, you start getting the persecutions and the tests come. You know. Then it's almost like it's like a burden. But no, you got to hold fast to it. It's got to be exciting every day you wake up to be in the truth. You know, it's just like a new beginning every day you wake up. Okay. I'm gonna read that again. It says, "For we are made partakers of a Mashiach, for if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast until the end." So guess what? We gotta stay true, pass the test, endure the sufferings, and we're gonna be made partner with Him in the kingdom. The things that He is gonna receive from His Father in the kingdom, we're gonna receive also. That's enough that should make you say, you know what? Forget this present world. The cares of this world, amen, they don't even matter. And they don't, okay? Because we're trying to obtain something of a greater value. That's the kingdom, okay? This is Hebrews 6 and 18. 6 and 18. Let's see, 6 and 18. Let's read this. Hebrews 6 and 18. That by two immutable things in which it is possible for the Most High to lie, we might have a strong consolation, who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us. These two immutable things, which are what? His promises and His oath, okay? it says, which is impossible for the Most High to lie, because the Most High, these things are unchangeable. Okay, the promises that He made in oath, they're unchangeable. Okay, that helps us build a confidence when He say the things I have promised you. It's when it's unchangeable, then it's okay. No matter what we go through, we still going to obtain this, man. That's enough to fight for. Okay, and it says that we might have a strong consolation, right? A strong consolation, a calling, right? A summons, right? For who have fled for refuge, right? The safety to hold upon the hope, right? To lie upon that hope that's set for us, man. Okay? The expectation of this kingdom to come. Okay? Romans 8:24 said we are saved through hope. You know, hope that's seen is not hope. So people out here, they see physical things, they see things that they want and they hope for it, but they look for it. But that hope that's not seen is the one that we look for when you read in Romans 8:25. Let me read that. I'll read that and I can end with that. Romans 8:24. I'll read it from my phone. It says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope." Okay, you could see a car in a showroom floor or a house on Beverly Hills Boulevard and wish for that. That's not hope. And then say you've been blessed. If you obtain a car off the showroom floor, oh, the Lord done blessed me. No, you ain't been showed favor to. Ain't nobody bowing down to you. Okay? It says, hope for what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for it? So when you see something physically, it ain't no hope in there. Ain't no expectation in nothing in that. It says, but if we hope for that which we see not, then we do with patience and wait for it. So when you hope for something you see not, that's why you got people, they'll wait all year for a damn Christmas present, man. They patiently wait for it because they know that day gotta come. You can't rush it and make it come next week if it's April. So they're gonna actually wait for it. Just like the kingdom, man. It's tarrying. And the scripture saying, Habakkuk, though it tarry, we're gonna wait for it, because what? It's not gonna tarry. It's not gonna keep delaying. Because things are happening real fast, man. Things are happening real fast, getting close to Jacob's trouble. That great time of sedition and insurrection, which the Edomites are about to bring on the elect, man. They already casting these the defamation claims on us, trying to assassinate our characters. You know, your families are starting to get in that same vibration of Esau and assassinating your character. So that time of Jacob's trouble is near. And our faith, man, this is our testing time and our probation time. Okay. When people on probation, they look forward to being off probation, so they can live their life, right, without somebody watching over them. And that's what we hope for. That probation period is America, right, that we're trying to get out of, to where we can live in this kingdom of heaven, and we can live great, man, without having people rule over us. Okay. Now, I hope this short lesson was edifying. Brothers, just keep your faith, man, because it's all about faith. In these trying times to come, our faith is going to have to be of the utmost, man. So I hope this short lesson was edifying. You know, all praise, honor, and glory be to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who taught us this truth, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Brothers, just keep your faith, keep pushing. Man, we almost out of here. Till the next time, I say shalom.